What's your favorite subject in school and why?
So my favorite subject, I loved school when I was going to school. I always enjoyed math and science, but I think my favorite was history. I've always been really into history, and I still read a lot of books about history now, and the Vikings and mythology, learning about the world wars, about the armed forces. I've always been really into that. What about you? What's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
Oh, you just like them all? Well, that's good.
I have 2 questions.
Yep.
As an offensive hockey player, I want to know from the best defensive hockey player in the league, what's the best way to get past a defender?
Oh, you're going to ask for all the secrets to give out, huh? There's so many different, I think that's what makes it hard, is there's so many different ways to be difficult to play against. You have a guy like Connor McDavid, who is just so fast and can change speeds very well, and he's very difficult to defend against. You have a guy like Sidney Crosby, who you don't really know if he's going to pass it or try to beat you. He's very good on his edges. He's got really good balance. There's guys like Kopitar that are very strong, that can just hold the puck with one hand and kind of hold you away with another hand. So I think it's important to kind of figure out what kind of player you are and what kind of player you want to be, and then just work on everything. I think skating is so important, and having your head up. That's what I'm always telling my little guy. He likes to stick handle and dangle, but he likes to look down at the puck too. So I say, you got to keep that head up.
Thank you. And my second question is, what advice would you give a kid who wants to play sports professionally?
Oh, I think the best advice is just to have fun, because it's a lot of work and it takes a lot of luck. And there's a lot of things that just have to kind of fall into place. So I think as long as you're just enjoying it and playing and, enjoying the work, then that gives you the best chance. For me, I always dreamed about playing in the NHL, but I never really thought it was going to happen until I was like 16 or 17. And I thought, I have a chance to do this. But for me, every day, I just love playing hockey. I love to shoot pucks downstairs in the basement. I love to rollerblade. I loved just playing mini sticks, so for me, I just enjoyed playing hockey. And then the next thing I knew was I was getting scouted and looked at from NHL teams, and it kind of just happened.
All right, good to know.
Well,
Thank you.
No worries.
How big is your ranch and where is it?
So I live in Texas on our ranch. It's near San Antonio, which is a big, big city. And our ranch is 420 acres. So from one fence to the other, it's probably close to a little bit over a mile. So I run all over here and do all my training here, and all the animals are you never know what you're going to see.
What kind of animals do you have on your ranch?
We have lots of animals. There's a lot of animals that are from here that are just living here. Like we have a lot of pigs that come in and out of our property all the time. So we have to go around the fence all the time and make sure that we fill all the holes and fix the fence. And then we have a lot of other animals from places like Africa and India. We have a Nilgai, an axis deer, which are from India, and black buck antelope. And then from Africa, we have things like kudu, sable, gemsbok, red lechwe, scimitar oryx. We have fallow deer. We have white-tailed deer, which are from North America. I saw some turkeys last night, so we had some turkeys. We've got a bunch of chickens here. We get all of our eggs every day from our chickens. They're kind of running around. They got a big house that they live in, and what's cool about the chickens is every night they go to bed without us, and then we shut the door to keep them safe. And then in the morning we open the door, and then they just kind of free range all day and eat the little bugs and worms and stuff. And then when it gets dark, they go right back into their house.
How do you take care of your animals and do hockey at the same time?
Oh, that's a good question. We have, I have some really, really good help here. His name's Cam, and he's our ranch manager. So he stays here on the property, and he's been around animals for a long, long time, and then knows a lot about the different animals and what they eat and how to take care of them. And if he does see them getting sick, he can treat them. And then he's really good at building things and fixing things, because the animals are always breaking stuff. So we have some big elk here. We have a little herd of elk, and they like to break the feeders when they're full of food. So he can fix those. He can do all kinds of things.
How are you passing the time with your family while you're at home?
Oh, it always seems like there's never enough hours in the day right now. I've got a grade 4 and a grade 3. So we're doing homework with them and trying to teach them how to go about their school life. And then we have a little baby that's 16 months old. So she's kind of crazy. She's running around, and we're just trying to keep her safe. So with the 3 kids and all the ranch stuff, we try to get out every day and do something, whether it's hiking. So a lot of the animals here too, at this time of the year, they're dropping their antlers. Their antlers fall off, and then they regrow new antlers. So we try to hike around and find antlers whenever we can, and do a lot of work. And then I still train every day too. So we have a gym here, and I go over there and work out a couple hours a day, and usually when the baby's sleeping. And then I love to cook. So me and my wife, we try to cook. We do a lot of barbecue, and actually my wife, she did a big garden. We were trying to learn how to do all of our own veggies and fruits, and we planted some trees and a bunch of plants in the garden. So we're learning about those and taking care of the garden. So we're always busy, trying to stay busy too.
My second question is, if you didn't play hockey, what job would you do and why?
Well, for me, it's going back to, I've always loved history and the military. My dad's dad and then my dad's grandpa were both in the Canadian Army. So I used to always hear stories from my grandfather, my dad's dad. He used to tell me, different stories about being in the Army. And so for me, I always wanted to be in the military. So if hockey didn't work out, that's what I was going to do. Hey guys, thanks for coming on. I just wanted to remind you guys that this is benefiting No Kid Hungry. The link is in the bio. If you could donate, that'd be great. All the best.
Thank you, Mr. Burns. Love watching you.
Thanks, guys. Oh, it was fun. Hopefully we're all back to normal and going back to school, hanging out with friends, and playing sports soon.
Thank you for answering our questions.
No worries. Great questions, guys.
Thank you, Miss.